Okay. Right. So the objective for today is first we're going to import data and create a geodatabase using ArcGIS Pro, which is really like easy, and then conceptualize a geodatabase in a simple list format and be familiar with geodatabase table and attributes, fields, concepts. Okay. Before we go to part one, we can just look over deliverables first. Okay. So we have a lot of deliverable actually, but each of one is really easy to get. So first one, a zip file. So you need to make a zip file of a geodatabase from part one. And the second, a screenshot of your geodatabase and its contents from catalog view. So you should not use the data from the data from Canvas. You need to download your data. And then briefly describe the scenario you chose for your geodatabase concept in part two. So, you need to make a story of why you download those data, and then why you put those data into like geodatabase. So I'm gonna show you example later, and then why you using geodatabase for your data storage need be good choice in the context. Okay. And the fourth, create multi-level bulleted list that shows the structure of a geodatabase, with the top level being the geodatabase itself, the second level being data sets, and third level attributes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so these are like, the format, but I'm gonna go over later. And then, so for 5150 students, yeah. And also 6150 students, you guys need to, include at least 5 data sets in geodatabase. At least 3 vector data, which is shape data, and also 1 raster and 1 table. Okay. And for 6150 students, you guys need to answer these additional 3 questions. Okay. And you can see later. So I'm gonna go over this part 1 and 2 to make 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So first, we're gonna create a geodatabase with ArcGIS. Okay. And it says, okay, create a geodatabase named County Salt Lake from some existing Salt Lake County data available from the GRC. So again, this is like not the name of data we need. We need the Lab1 data and the run and active on Canvas. So first, we need to make a the geodatabase first. So let's go to the ArcGIS Pro, and then go to database here. So you can see in the catalog. Oh, so yeah, where is catalogs in the view? There is like not in the view. Yeah, you can find the catalog in the here, or catalog pane in the view tab. Okay, if you click the catalog pane, or you find the here, you can click the catalog pane here. So this is like a graphic user interface of repository. So here there's a database, right? And then there's a GDB file that is already made. And where you can find this database is if you go to the folder where you save this ARPX file, then there should be GDB file, right? In the file explorer. This is the same geodatabase as this one. Okay. Yeah. So if you save some data into the geodatabase here, then you're gonna be saved into this geodatabase. So it's just because it's the same thing. But we're gonna make a new geodatabase. Okay. So just click the database here, and then new file geodatabase. You can click new file geodatabase. And new file geodatabase. And then you can name it. to County Salt Lake. You see, yeah. So you don't have to follow like all instruction, but you know you can name it on your own. So maybe it's okay because it's not a deliverable. Yeah, you need to follow those steps, and then you need to make your own database later to make it deliverable. So yeah, I'm gonna make a County Salt Lake and then save it. And then you can find the new geodatabase here. County Salt Lake. If you're not, you cannot see that, then just click. Not here. Yeah, I'm not here. Okay, it's gonna be shown. Okay, so County Salt Lake.gdb is what you just made. And then if you open it, I mean, there's nothing here inside because it's empty, right? And we're gonna put data into this GDB. Okay. So before that, we need to add folder connection. We need to do add folder connection. So to link the repository where you download the Lab1 data and file, right? So when you download your zip file, you need to extract it, right? You need to unzip it, and then you should see those data sets inside of Lab1 data 1, right? So you need to connect the repository of this Lab1 data in. So let's go to the this function. So you need to right click on the folders and then click add folder connection. And you find the folder address. You can just copy this address here and then just paste it, right? Then you should see that Lab1 data and folder where you download all data, and then click OK. And then there should be a new folder that is connected. So if it is not shown, then you can refresh, but I'm sure that everyone can see the folder now. Is there any problem to connect folder? Okay, great. All right, so there are a lot of data inside. You can see this is pointer data, right? The vector data, point vector data, and the line vector data. So point and polygon, line, polygon, and also the raster data here, right? The file format of raster data now is IMG, right? Oh, it works. Nice. Okay, so this is an IMG file from other dimension, just certain software, but it's a certain format. And it could be like key file, or it could be JPG file, and so on, right? But it's raster file, and also there is a CSV file, which is table that has no special geometry, right? Information. So we're gonna put everything into the GDB. If you go to Lab1 instruction, yeah. So your final geodatabase will contain 6 feature class, 1 raster data set, and 1 table, right? But for deliverable, you need just at least 3 feature classes, 1 raster data set, and 1 table, all right? Yeah, you're gonna find it from here. Yeah. Okay. So the easiest way to do we can just put the data into the table of contents first. Just drag all the data to the table of contents first, and then you can look at the data first before you make geodatabase. Okay. Yeah. Just give me a second. Okay. So we have a Salt Lake County map here. And so the data is first we have a bus stops points, and then AQS location, which is the location of the machine that measures the air quality. Okay, so especially the nitrogen dioxide, so NO2, right? And roads, and then bus routes, and then select county area, and then house district, and then air quality raster data. So this is like interpolated data from the points, and then AQS all, which is if you open it, it records for air quality value, which is nitrogen dioxide value from like in various state, like the time, by time. So we have those data, and we're gonna put those things into the GDB file. So how to do it? So in the catalog pane, to import this data set, you need to right click on GDB, and then click import, and there's a feature classes. So if you click the feature classes, you can only import the vector data, not raster or text table. So click feature classes, and there's a new tool shown up. Right? Okay, and then you can select the vector data that you want to put in the database. Okay, so I'm going to click all 6 features, feature data set. District, and now you have an output geodatabase, which is County Salt Lake.gdb. Okay, so just check, make sure to check the output geodatabase is set to the County Salt Lake.gdb, and then click run. So now you can save the feature vector data to your database. Yes.
Is that a verse folder, the one that you folks not to use? Sorry, that was just the one I already had down. Is the raster, is that corrupt in that folder?
Oh, really? I mean,
yeah, that's the problem with the raster. It won't transfer to the database.
Oh yeah,
Because I have it in my folder, but I can't.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna let you know how to do it. So because like back then, in math, there's a function, but ArcGIS Pro, I don't know, with some reason, the function just removed. But yeah, there is another way to do it. So yeah. So now you check the catalog, and then right click and refresh it. If you refresh it, PDF file, then you can find the 6 feature classes. Okay. And now we're gonna put the raster data. So there are several ways to actually save the raster data to the database. The easiest way is in the table of contents, you can just right click, raster data and data, and export raster. So this is the easiest way to the raster geodatabase. And because geodatabase is really like strict, so if your raster data have like a little has some problem, like maybe some cells has no value or something, then you cannot make a geodatabase. So the good way is actually the best way is actually you need to convert your raster data to IMG format, and then you can put into the geodatabase. But so how to convert the raster file to IMG, raster to other format? Yeah, so because my data is now IMG file, not TIFF or not JPG, so you don't have to do it. But if your raster data is different format, then you could use the raster to other format and input raster, and also you can set raster format to that's image file.
I tried I didn't do it to that format. I tried to do it to 10,
It didn't work.
but that, okay.
Yeah,
Change it to as air does.
yeah, or just imaging file. Yeah, this is,
I tried that.
yeah.
Maybe that's-
yeah, I mean, yeah, you need to do that. So from my experience, if it is not working, yeah, but it should work. You could use this tool too, int. So you can just put the raster data to int once, and then you need to, and you can output the raster data with ing.
Oh.
Yeah, and then do it again. So, and then yeah, you can put it, and then all errors will be gone. Yeah, this from my experience, but yeah, it's very rarely happen, so it's okay. And so when you click the export raster data here, and there's export raster tools shown up, and you need to set the output raster data set. So click the browse here, the far right, and then you need to find so console lake that geodatabase. Okay, yeah, and then double click it to go inside, and then you can name it just AQS, maybe raster, the same as the file name like this. You don't have to put .ing because when you put raster file into the geodatabase, that format will be converted automatically into geodatabase raster format. So you don't have to add .ing, but just leave it like this and then save it. And just set everything as just how can I say default value, and then export. Yeah. So when it's completed, there's a new raster file here. This is what we just saved into this geodatabase. Okay.
Change the system brace.
Yeah, it's because it's a default symbology. Yeah. So you need to, yeah. Yeah. So just if you have like a good classification of symbols, you can just use it with this button, import layer file. Oh, not layer file, import from layer, and then you can just click that .img file. Yeah, and then it follows the same symbology, but yeah, it's just a tip. Okay, so now we have data. Oh, just now? Yeah, so okay, just then this. So this is a default, right? Symbology. But if you have layers that is correctly classified, that you want to use to other, best data, go to symbology of this, and then there is import from layer. Yeah, and then you can choose this, raster file that has a correct classification. You can use that classification. Okay, great. All right, so let's go to catalog and then refresh it. Then now you have a raster inside. And if you see the format, then it says, oh, raster dataset type, right? So the properties, yeah, you can see the data type is changing from IMG to file geodatabase raster. Okay. I think this is answer of 6th question, 7th question. I don't know. Okay. All right, this is a way how to check the data type. And then to import the table, you can just click table, right? Just right click and then the table, and then the table should be AQS all underbar all .csv file, right? So now you import table file. And you need to set your new data name, just the same as the the data. Just like that.
We don't have that additional function,
Oh, what function?
the output name,
Oh, really? Then you can.
it just has the.
Oh, really? Yeah, it differs from the version. But anyway, if you want to change your data name, then you can just do it in your database in catalog pane. So it's, yeah, so no problem. And then just click run. And then if you refresh it, then you can find the table file inside of this geodata. If you want to change your name again, then just type F2 or F2 your keyboard, or just rename it. Easy. Okay. Yeah. So now you have all data inside of geodatabase, and now we need to go to part 2. Okay. So just remember your deliverable. First deliverable. I mean, in your deliverable, the first question is the first thing the instruction need is a zip file containing your geodatabase, right? So you need to go to the folder where you make where is it? Geodatabase. This one, right? And then just zip it, make a zip file with this, and then you can edit. Yeah, upload it. Then second, a screenshot of your geodatabase and its contents from catalog view. So how to do it? ArcGIS Pro in the View tab, there's catalog view, right? Yeah, and you can just click it, and you need to find your database, geodatabase. So double click the database, and double click the geodatabase, and you need to screenshot of just this, and then make a new Word file, maybe. Then, yeah, I'm gonna show you the example of deliverables. Yeah, so zip file here, right? And then you can make a Word file where you answer all questions like this. Second question is a screenshot, right? So you just screenshot of data into cloud pane. Okay, and the third is related to the part 2. So we need to conceptualize a geodatabase. So okay, so you need, like I said, you need to make your own geodatabase with your data. So you can make some maybe stories or scenarios of why you put those data into your geodatabase like this. So yeah. Yeah, so develop a scenario where your database would be applicable for your data storage needs. So for example, my data, so the reason why I used those data is I want to find some bus stop and residential area with high air pollution. Okay, this could be the scenario, right? That's why I put bus stops and air pollution machines location and roads in Salt Lake County and House District, and also the interpolated air quality and nitrogen dioxide map, right? So like this, you can just make a simple scenario, not like too big, long like this, but if you want to, then you can just do it like this. So I'm gonna just give you like 2 minutes maybe, and you can just read this, and then you can think about your own story and then what data you need. At the same time, if you have questions, just let me know. Yeah, so
So it's in the table.
yeah, also table. So one table, one raster, and three vector data. So
Yeah, but are we supposed to like gather those on our own, or just sort of zip file?
So you need to find your own data. Of course, you could make it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't, but you should not use the file from
Yeah.
the zip. Yeah.
Find your own data.
Yeah, you can find your own data, like from maybe, but also you can make it, right? You can, or yeah, you see your options. So this lab is for like improving your ability to find some data. And
If we make the data, do they have to have like anything in it? Like, so we
No.
do this UFO scenario, and it's like, well, here's a point.
but at least your data should have some attributes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
We
Because
could have just one.
yeah, because there are another question that you need to actually write
Okay.
those attributes. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure, but right. I thought because there is like a fifth one and then there's sixth one, I thought okay, separate question, but in each thesis it must equal this additional. But there's no description like this. Yeah, I think I think I'm not sure. But it's really easy. Yeah. So maybe you can do it. Yeah, it's really easy. I'm gonna like the last moment I'm gonna show you how to answer it, just for example. So yeah, you can just because I don't know the Alex's intention. So yeah, just do it. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did mistake. Yeah. So yeah, everyone maybe need to answer the fifth and sixth and seventh question. Okay. All right. So yeah. So this part 2 is related to deliverable 3 and 4 question. So in the question 3, you can see there's a briefly describe your scenario, okay? You chose for your geodatabase concept in part 2, and why would using a geodatabase for your data storage need be a good choice in the context. So for third question, you need exactly this, not exactly, you need to do the description, like write some description of why you choose the data like this. Okay, and then for fourth question, create a multi-level bullet list that shows your structure of your geodatabase, with the top level being the geodatabase itself, and second being data sets, and third level being attributes. Okay, looking like a simple file tree structure. Okay, and for each data set indicate whether it's table, raster data set, or feature class. All right, so how to do it? You can do it like this. So I'm gonna just do it like this. Oh. So first, so you need to list your all data like this. So first, the name of your data set, matrix location. So yeah, matrix location, and then you need to type your database type, which is a vector data and shape, geometry shape, and then geometry, which is point, right? And then you need to write the attribute tables columns. So when you go to attribute table of this feature class, you can find the name of columns here, right? So you can just type your column and the columns types, data type. So how to check the data type of columns? Of course, you could just just right click your column and go to field. This also works. Or you can go to view And then there is a fields button here, and you can just push. And you can find all the field name, which is column name. And also, the data type here, right?
Can you just do a screenshot of that?
Oh, screenshot it.
Yeah,
And then do you want me to upload this?
in these sections here, so they're typing everything out.
Oh, well.
I don't know, to me, it doesn't sound like you actually have to find your own data, you're just like
Yeah.
making a concept of what, you know,
Mm.
the catalog will look like.
We need to sit with them.
It doesn't say that on the screen.
Yeah.
It's
It's more of a conceptual question.
Yeah, I mean,
Orientation of the list.
just for fourth question, because the question need you to make a tree structure.
Yeah,
you can just-
okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's see. Yes, this is the idea for the tray structure, something like that.
Anyway, yeah, so like again, you need to at least like 3 vector data and 1 raster and 1 table. Right? So this is how to list the vector data. And if you have, and when you write about like raster data, you can just put like this. This is all. So because raster data has only 1 value, so you can just type the name and then data type, raster in ing format, and then this value, which is the description of the value. You can also find here, so in the instruction here, so and I think I'm gonna just upload. I'm gonna upload this example deliverable without some like important answer. Okay. Yeah. And then fifth, so now you have answered all questions. So fifth and sixth, seventh question is about like what you can find in a Google as well. So fifth one is of the 3 primary data types in the geodatabase, which is vector, raster, and table. Which data type is used to store vector data, and which data type stores measure data? Oh, so it's easy, right? If you go to ArcPro in a catalog, then you can just say the properties of table, and there's a data type table, which is about geodatabase table. And if you want to check the vector data format, then the geodatabase uses file geodatabase feature class type, right? Yeah. So this is how to answer the fifth question. Okay, and sixth, how are special attributes data stored in geodatabase? So it's really a tricky question. Actually, this question was made by Alex, and he said spatial attributes. So it means the attribute table inside of a vector data, right? So not just attribute. If it is just attribute, then it means CSV file, right, or table, right? But he said spatial attribute data stored in geodatabase. So yeah. So if you go to GDB file, right, and just double click in a file explorer, you can find GDB table, right? GDB table, and so this data type is actually the special attribute file format. So yeah, you can just write those things, because before, when it was a shape file, the data looked like this, right? Here. So it was DVF. DVF saves the attribute, special attribute table, right? But now we change it to that format. Yeah. Yeah, this one, GDB table something. And the seventh, what are the different? Okay, yeah, I should not. Go this. So what are the different field data types used to store numbers, and how do these data type differ? So you can find this here too, here, right? So you can find this here. There's several data types, but there's certain data types to store in numeric value. So if you click the new field and then just check which data type you could use, and there should be short, long, float, double, and date and text, right? But for numeric values, you can use short, long, float, double, right? Those four formats, right? Short long is to save the integer data, numeric value, and a float double is to save the real number, okay, with the digit. So yeah, you can find the difference between those four within Google. So I'm not gonna go over those things. It's really easy, so you can just type it and find a good answer. Okay, yeah. So I have my answer, but I'm not going to show you. And I'm going to delete and upload it to the canvas to check the maybe the tree type and screenshot. It's the same format as mine. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys have any question? Oh, the example of yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna upload this. So this is only just example, but I'm gonna delete the answer of 5th, 6th, and 7th question. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. So I'm gonna upload it right after the class, so you can check it later.
I just have a quick question on that raster data set. I'm working with the new file now. And it still won't go into the geodata at some point.
Oh.
I just went ahead and got like the when I do the classes.
Yeah. Or okay, just yeah, because the function is removed, like I said. So you need to do with export, right? Yeah, or you can find another option, which is okay. Just so to save the raster data into geodatabase, there's another option, raster to other format, and then you can choose a out workplace is a geodatabase, and also raster to geodatabase, which is this one. So you can use this too. Yeah.
I just want to clarify. So
Yeah.
1 and 2 is the one that we just did right now. We don't do that on the data that we're going to be making our scenario. On our deliverable 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's basically just the stuff that you're showing us. We don't have to do that for the new data with our data.
Yeah.
Okay, because the instructions was like place item 2 7 in a single source file. Okay.
Yeah.
So that 1 through 7 is for the new scenario base you gotta do for them, right?
Yeah, because I need to check the database what you describe it. So yeah. Yeah.
So for all of these, we're in creating the structure, we're supposed to do the data set type and geometry.
Oh.
What's the geometry of a
So geometry of raster. Oh, so raster actually there's no such geometry, right?
Okay.
Geometry is only for vector data, like
Okay,
points,
so you don't
polygon.
have to- For the raster, we don't have to.
Yeah, so for the raster, I'm gonna upload this, right? So you can just put raster. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also the table has no attribute, right? Okay, so now I'll be here.
The export raster.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you don't have to put the raster type here, right? So if you can just choose geodatabase and then just name it, but don't put .img. Of course, you could put it, but you don't have to.
But is the alpha format gonna matter? Because yours is different than what mine is.
Oh, yeah, it matters if you put it, and yeah.
How did you take that file and put it in the Geobase? I don't know.
Oh, so you need to find it, explore it. You need to find your repository. You mean that? Yeah. So you need. I mean, we want to know how to find the repository. Did you find this?
How to connect the
Oh.
IMG files into the
Yeah.
geodatabase?
So, so you need to put, the raster file into the table of contents here first,
Yeah.
right? And then click the data, right click, and then find the data and put raster. We need to click it. Yeah, and if you click it, and there is a, tool is shown up on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there is a button right here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I just uploaded the PDF file of the deliverable example, so you can find it in the same file folder in the canvas.
Reporting on that. Well, that was specific to screen time. It's really been draft here. I can be but.
Yeah, so, I mean, second question,
Well, it's just. Like, I
Oh.
converted it, I just put it in draft here.
Well, it's fine. You can just type.
Okay, yeah.
Where do you upload that field for like,
Oh,
if you're using files?
the file, you go, the file tab.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One, two. Thank you.
Thank you.